Welcome back to Crochet with Casey, you guys. I'm Casey, and it has been a hot minute since I've been able to make a YouTube video. So today I am going to be doing kind of like a crochet and chat with you. It is 9:41, which isn't too late for me. Normally I stay up until like 1 or 2 a.m. I'm hoping to get to bed soon. The baby's literally asleep right next to me. And we are going to talk about my fall markets and an upcoming project, possibly. I don't know if I want to share it yet, but you will get like a sneak peek here. Okay, I am just kidding, no sneak peeks here. I am just going to be randomly making some granny squares, I guess, right now, because I forgot my daughter spilt some coffee this morning on the project I'm working on. So it is for me, so it's okay that there's coffee on it, but it is currently drying in my kitchen. Okay, so what I wanted to come on here and talk with you guys about was my fall markets. My mind is like completely blown because this is my first year doing markets ever. And when I first started doing markets, I did it in the winter, and not really in the winter. It was more of like the spring, and it was, to me, absolutely amazing. I was making about $150 to $300 profit. There was a market though where I did lose like $100 or so, but I mean, I got free wine there, so it was pretty cool. My mom came, my husband came, my kids came, like it was fun. But my fall markets blew me out of the water, and I'm going to give you guys some tips on how I made this much in product, how I think I made this much in profit, but how I feel like the reason why I made this much in profit. So if you already haven't checked it out, you can go ahead and check out my market. First ever 2-day market is posted, and then my second 2-day market is posted. And today we are going to do my third 2-day market, which was my last one, and then have all three of them summed up together. So let's go. I'm also making something right now for somebody. I don't want to say who it is because I don't want them to like find my YouTube video and be like, oh, now I know what you're making for me. But it's gonna be cute. If you guys want to know what it is, go ahead and check out my Patreon. I have 3 memberships for it. There's a free, a tier 1, and a tier 2, so there's going to be a whole bunch of different levels. And for everybody, whether if you are a free member or any of the tier members, I made a giant group chat so we can have like our own little cozy crochet corner there. So make sure you go check it out. It will be linked in the description below as well. For my third 2-day market ever, and probably for the last market of this year. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another one. I'm really hoping I can, but I haven't called him yet, so we shall see if he has any spots available. But it's not like I have any product right now anyways, because I almost sold out. So first, let's go ahead and talk about the market in general, and then I'll bring up how many items I sold. So I'm not going to break everything down like I have in the previous videos, just because it has been a few weeks now. I believe it's been like 3 weeks almost now, and I did not write everything down. I just wrote what I made before taxes, and then I know roughly about like how much materials and how much food, like money we spent on there. It's just all written down somewhere else. And you know what, I'm like down here in my living room and it's upstairs, so that's gonna be for me for taxes. I apologize, guys. For day 1, which was my biggest day that weekend before taxes, I made a total of $2,419. Like, insane. That is absolutely insane. And again, like, I wanted to say this is before taxes, and so like this isn't profit or anything, but my normal markets that are not doing for these like fall markets are nowhere near as amazing, I feel like, because of the traffic of people coming in. So for normally I go to like farmers markets and little craft shows and stuff like that, so we're only expecting maybe 1,000 people, but there is like 10,000 people at least a day coming here, and I was not prepared. So next year I'm going to be more prepared. But yeah, so I fully believe that is the number one reason why I sold so much, and then the number two reason is definitely quality and quantity. So definitely quality first, because you want to have good products, but you need to have the quantity to match up with it. So after that, after taxes, after the food we ate, after gas for both days, not just the one day, after gas for both days, including taking my kids to my aunt's house, I made, with my business profit and my labor, because I just mashed the two of them together because I'm paying me only. My husband gets the free food. I mean, obviously, like, we share everything, so it doesn't really matter. But, like, as the profit for the business and the labor, it was, I don't know why I'm getting excited right now. It was $2,185 profit. I mean, you know, profit and labor, but still, like, that is absolutely wild to me. Day two, I was running out. I made, before taxes, $832, which is still, like, mind-boggling to me. And after taxes, after food, we did not eat as much that day because we were spending so much on food and other things that we decided to, like, bring some lunch, you know what I mean? We made $765 profit. Which is crazy to me. Before everything, it was $3,251. Now, after everything is $2,366 profit in one weekend. So that is business profit and labor cost, because those are two separate things. I just want to make that clear, but to me, I'm like, mash them together. But for, like, taxes and things like that for the IRS, they're two separate things. That is crazy to me, because when I was doing, like, when I was a cosmetologist, I was doing hair, given it was in Nevada a few years ago, so, like, their minimum wage is so much lower here than California's minimum wage, and I do pay myself personally for minimum wage, which, if you want to know how I pay myself and how I charge and all that kind of stuff, I'll have that link below as well. But I was making, like, half minimum wage that I do now over there, so I was not even bringing this home a month, and I did this in a weekend, and I'm just completely blown away. I do want to say that it is definitely the market that helped me out completely, because they have their own traffic. They're like, I didn't have to bring people to me. They're already well established, having over 10,000 people come visit them every single day, at least every weekend, and it is absolutely insane to be there. Like, I had lines at my market booth. That was crazy to me. I didn't even think that was even possible. But it is. It was crazy. And yeah, so I want to now break it down right here. We're gonna go with week 1, 2, and 3. We are also going to do the before and after taxes. So for weekend 1 was $3,415 before, and then $2,401 after taxes, after everything. And then weekend 2 was $2,562, and after everything was $2,012. So far, weekend 1 was the better weekend, and that is the weekend that I've had the most items that came with me, because I thought that was going to last me 6 weeks, and it didn't last me 1 weekend. And so now weekend 3 was $3,251 before taxes and $2,366 after taxes, which is absolutely crazy to me. So I do want to say, though, again, it has a lot to do with the market, so make sure you guys are going out and, like, making sure the people that you are wanting to do the event for is legit and kind of markets it pretty well, because I did have that one market where I lost like $100, but I mean, like, the free wine and, like, just meeting them in general made up for it. It was pretty great. Probably not go back as a vendor, but go back in general to visit and buy from other people. Now I'm going to kind of, like, give the overall total, but I seriously am going to spend this whole year for next fall probably only going to be doing a random market here or there to help me pay a little bit for materials to continue trying to make more for my fall markets, because I'm going back next year. Like that was absolutely amazing. It is gonna happen. I'm absolutely going back. I made roughly like 600 plus plushies for this market. I shouldn't say plushies because I did have some bags, but 600 plus items for crochet for these 3 markets, and I walked away with literally 19 plushies and a few orders. That is so crazy to me because I didn't think that it was even possible for me to make that much, and I didn't even think people would actually want it that much. So I'm like so happy and so excited that the kids and everybody is enjoying them. In total, for the 6 days, which was 3 weekends, but 6 days, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, after breaking everything down, I don't know if I've ever put in my booth fees for like my profit. So I did it just now, just in case. Pretty sure I didn't, which it booth fees there in total did take out quite a big chunk. I forgot, I prepaid the first 3 weeks and then I only paid for my last week. So I paid for 4 weeks and I only went 3 times, which completely fine with that. So I just took it out just in case. But for all 6 days, I made, before taxes, before gas, materials, food, literally anything, I made $9,228 in 6 days, which, given it's not technically 6 days because I'm crocheting every single day leading up to this, but that is insane. And afterwards, for my business and labor profit put together was $6,059, which is absolutely insane. I am so excited about it. Completely forgot this was a crochet in chat. Got completely way too into the numbers, so we're still here on my magic circle, which is fine. A few tips that I was just thinking about giving so you guys could a little bit forward to them when you're looking into your markets is definitely do your research on the market. See if they are advertising it well, if they're like well established, if they're not well established. See if they do have other either crochet artists. If you guys are all crochet artists here watching my video, awesome. If you're not, if you guys are somebody like else that does jewelry, that does clothes, that does cups, that does anything, see if they have a lot of other people that are doing your stuff. And I'm not saying that to discourage you, I'm saying it to still apply, but so you can actually like get into your community and know each other a little bit more, because there was technically 2 other crochet artists there, one other that was doing plushies, the other one was doing like clothes and hats and things like that. But I did get to know them. It was awesome. Do suggest also for the markets making sure that you guys not only kind of like try to do enough, which is about like go for like 10 times the amount the booth fee in my personal opinion, but you guys also want to kind of have a big selection. So you don't want to do 5,000 or 5,000 5 times the amount of booth fee in just frogs and then like 2,000 in bees and things like that. Like you want to do like some frogs here, some beads there, some axolotls, little things, how I was doing randomized crochet, which you can check that out on my Instagram. That is a great idea because I'm very indecisive, but do little things like that to try to figure out what you would need, because you never know what somebody's gonna pick up. They might pick up that weird item. Like I sold, I don't know how many cheeky wizard frogs. So you guys also want to have a nice like quantity of items, like a nice selection, you know what I mean? Because people will still go around and ask you like if you have a hippo or if you have a sloth or that weird thing that kind of stands out above everything else and that's not so popular, so nobody makes it. So definitely do the weird random stuff. Almost done talking here, and look how freaking cute this little granny square is. Probably should write the pattern down so I remember what I'm doing for all of the other granny squares I have to make, but we will get there when we get there. A question I do also have a lot of the times, it's mainly in like private messaging, which I completely get, was how I find the time to crochet while being a mom. I don't sleep. And I don't recommend that for everybody. That's literally my secret. It's just probably something I need to go to the doctor for. I normally go to bed between like 1 and 2 a.m. and then I wake up around like 5 or 6 in the morning. I crochet when they're asleep. I try to prioritize my mental health and my children's mental health. Our playtime in school, because I try to homeschool my 4-year-old right now because she's not old enough to go to school yet, but because she just turned 4. But I prioritize those things over cleaning. Like, yes, I do clean. Yes, our house is great. I mean, it's lived in, so yeah. I prioritize like playing with my kids, so we play as much as we can right before nap time. During lunch, I kind of like eat really fast, which I need to like slow down, but they take forever to eat. So while they finish up eating, I kind of clean, and then when it's nap time, then my 4-year-old has quiet time. So she goes into her room and has a little bit of quiet time while my toddler sleeps. And so that time, if I didn't get all the cleaning things done that absolutely need to be done, I will go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I can crochet then. Or sometimes if my 4-year-old doesn't want to have quiet time, we will play or do something together. And then again, like, I do crochet in the middle of the night because, yeah, I binge watch TV and I just crochet because I don't know what else to do. I can't sleep anyways. That's what I personally do. Also, while I was prepping for these markets, I have an amazing husband. He got off of work, working his long hours, you know. I would have dinner done. Sometimes I wouldn't have dinner done, so he would come home and make dinner, and I would go into a room and hide and crochet for a few hours, so I would be able to make up the amount that I needed for the markets. And that is the other way that I did it if I did not have enough time during the day between like nap times and stuff like that to crochet, because again, like, playing with my kids and giving them the childhood is more important. So those are some ways I can crochet while being a mom, because you know what, like, it's crazy, especially when they're this little, but in general, like, not having time to yourself, it's crazy. Thank you so much. If you guys liked the video here, make sure you like and subscribe. Any questions or anything like that you have, leave it below in the comments, and make sure you guys check out my Patreon. You can also ask me some things in there. There's a group chat going on. I barely just started it, so we have 4 strong, amazing members, which I am so excited about, and come back for more.